Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a what sold in November, or actually my November favorites that sold on Poshmark. I've been wanting to make a video like this for the longest time, and I just haven't been able to, and I finally got the chance to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to go through everything that's sold on Poshmark. I'm probably going to pick about 10 pieces and share those items. I'll try to make more videos like this and probably share a few things just so you can get an idea of what sells on Poshmark. My price points aren't exactly super high. I don't ever really sell too many things over $40, just because I don't. A lot of my items sell anywhere between $20 to $25 price range. Sometimes I do sell things for $15. Sometimes I sell things for $10. It just depends on what I'm comfortable with getting rid of, and if it's been there for too long, and if it was something that I picked up and I realized that it just doesn't sell very well, if I just want to get rid of it to get a little bit of that money back. Also, I do put in very part-time hours. I am not a full-time reseller. I am part-time. So my my income and all that stuff reflects at the end of the month. The money that I have made from reselling on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, that goes into my account, and that account is more like an extra savings account. So it's a great backup account for us to have. We still use my husband's primary checking for a lot of things, but I do use my money that I make for things like taking the kids out to lunch or going out to dinner or doing things like that. So I just want to let you guys know that I am not making like over $5,000 a month. There's just no way for the amount of time that I put in to make that. So now let me get into the things that sold. So one of my first favorite things that sold this month is this Baltimore Orioles MLB scarf, and I'm going to put it somewhere around here. And that sold for $22. It was a unisex scarf, but I think I put it under the men's section because that would have probably been seen more by more people, because let's face it, there's women who are searching for sports stuff for their significant others, and then a lot of women know that there's probably going to be more sports things in the men's section. I'm a sports fan, so I know that from experience. But again, that MLB scarf was $22. The next thing that sold was this Ava Mendez New York & Company taupe fit and flare dress. It was a size 4, and I sold that for $28. I normally will photograph dresses if they fit me, and I will model them for Poshmark. This dress fit amazing on me, but it was a little tight up top. Everything else, it fit wonderfully. It was definitely enough room for a size 6. The person who got it loved it, so I was really happy with that. That dress is amazing, and I'll tell you something, that Ava Mendez New York & Company, anytime I find anything from that line, I can't keep it in my closet. Like it goes pretty quick. So that's definitely something to look out for. The next thing that I sold was this bundle of J. Crew lambswool gray sweater, size large, and a Woolrich zip-up pullover. It was a gray-blue color, and it was also a sweater, size large. Both items were originally $34 each. Of course, I had a 20% off discount for 2 or more items, which since then I've actually put my closet at 15% off 2 or more items, because I've noticed that the 15% will actually give me a little bit more wiggle room to counter. And I've noticed that people, when they see 20% off, they still want an extra discount, and then they end up getting the one item for free. And, I feel like 15 is kind of a solid number. So that bundle sold, and the buyer was happy with that. The buyer was also happy with their scarf. The next item that sold was this Anthropologie Mauve corded dot pencil skirt, and that was a size 12, and that sold for $20. And I'm pretty sure that that was an offer to likers sale, and it was one of those times when I was running a sale in my closet. I could have gotten more for it, but it was, somebody really wanted it for that price, and they got it. So that size 12 was really, really nice. And in the picture that I have it on, I was actually up against the wall because the skirt was sliding off because it was really, really big on me. So I like had it hiked up and like up against the wall to kind of make it look like I was trying to do like a really cool John Hughes movie pose. Yeah. Anyways, so the next item that sold, and I had actually purchased this on Poshmark when it was new with tags, and it was a Forever 21 pineapple wrap button-up t-shirt dress, and it's size medium, and I sold it for $14. I don't remember how much I paid for it originally. It was new with tags. I literally wore it once in the summer, and I did not like the way that it fit me. And I decided to just reposh it, and it sold. And I'm glad that it did, because it would have just sat in my closet, me thinking, oh, I'll wear it again someday. No. So I decided to reposh it, and somebody liked it, so that's good. The next thing that I sold was another bundle. Bundle of Woolrich men's checked button front long sleeve. That was $28. And a plaid cotton button down. Another long sleeve that was originally $30. They were both extra larges, and of course with the 20% off discount, 2 or more items, she ended up getting a good deal, and she liked it. So she actually asked me if I had any more Woolrich, so she was definitely on the lookout for it, and unfortunately I didn't have any more in that size. Otherwise I would have definitely made a listing for that. The next favorite that sold is another capsule wardrobe, a mystery box. And I sent out an offer to Liker for $22, because that's what it sold for, with $4.99 shipping, I'm sure. And the person that purchased it wasn't purchasing for themselves. They were actually purchasing for their closet to resell. So that was actually a lot of fun to shop for, because I thought it was going to be for her, but she said she's not picky. So I just found some really nice things, and especially tops, because I'm not really wanting to sell tops in my closet anymore. It was really nice to go through tops again and find stuff for another person. Man, this next thing, I'm really bummed that it sold. I don't really know why, because I actually purchased this at the beginning of my reselling journey on Poshmark. So I started my Poshmark closet in March 2017, and I think in May, that's when I purchased this, and I was May 2017, I was kind of hoping that nobody would ever buy it so I could eventually keep it. But it's this Alan B by Alan Schwartz neon color block sweater. There's a size medium, and that sold for $20 on an offer to Likers, and I was really bummed when it sold, because I thought, well, if it doesn't sell by this fall or this winter, then I'll just keep it. And of course I said that, and naturally it sold. But I'm really glad that, somebody bought it, because it needed to go to a good home. One of my other favorites that sold is were these 9 West Gwen Brown suede ankle boots. They were a 7.5, and those sold for $28. And those boots were absolutely gorgeous, and unfortunately they were about 1 size too big for me. I normally wear a 6.5 to a 7 in the boot, depending on how tight it is or what the ankle fits like. And this one was just way too big. And I do like 9 West. I do pick up 9 West shoes because they actually have really nice designs. Some of them are very classic, timeless looking designs, and not everybody wants, like extravagant looking shoes. Some people just want things that they can wear, with everyday outfits, or something that they can wear to work or something like that. So those boots I absolutely have to pick up. I did pay up a little bit for those. I paid up a lot more than I wanted to, but I still made a decent profit on them. And then the last one, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a favorite that sold, but I did want to throw it in there, because these shoes have been in my closet since the beginning of time, since like before I was on Poshmark. I think I started eBay in August 2016 or something, I can't even remember. But these have been up in my closet for so long, and when I finally put them on Poshmark, I just kind of forgot about them and stopped sharing them after a while. And I checked to see the last time I shared them, when they sold, and I shared them in February of 2018. So I'm surprised somebody purchased them. And you know what? I'm just going to be transparent and say that I was probably just really lazy and never wanted to relist them. So these are Kimchi Blue Urban Outfitter flats, and they were a size 8, and I sold those for $15. And I think that she didn't even offer anything. She just straight up bought them. or maybe she did. No, she just straight up bought them because they've been there since February. What am I going to do? Say no? So she just straight up bought them, and I guess she kind of took a chance. Hopefully the seller was going to send them out and actually have the item. She hadn't, shared it in forever. But yeah, I sold them to her and she received them, and that was the end of that transaction. So yeah, don't be like me and just leave stuff sitting there, because it will eventually sell, I'm sure, but it'll take almost a year for that item to sell. So those are just some of my favorite items that sold on Poshmark. A bunch of other things that sold were still the $5 shirts that I have going on. Somebody bundled a whole bunch of $5 shirts together. So I wouldn't really say that was like my favorite type of sale, just because it wasn't too much profit at the end of the day on those. Other things were just like bread and butter items. But these things that I sold, like, they were really nice prints, or they were really like surprising brands that some people say don't sell. Like, I know some people, just don't bother with Forever 21. And I understand it. It's like fast fashion. The quality isn't always the best. But that pineapple wrap shirt was a very unique type of look to it. And I think a lot of people would like something like that. The Baltimore Orioles scarf. It's a sports scarf. A lot of people are always looking for sports things, especially if you're not in the area that, your team plays and stuff like that. I know I always look for Tampa Bay Lightning clothing on Mercari and Poshmark, because I don't live in Florida and I don't live in Tampa. So it's always, it's always fun to shop for sports things. So yeah, that's just an idea of things that sell and don't sell. I didn't really say what didn't sell, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to keep doing things like this every month. I'm definitely not going to put my numbers, like my final numbers, out there, just because I'm not really comfortable sharing how much I make and stuff like that a month. I feel like some of the companies out there don't really put out their revenue like that for everyone to see. So I definitely don't want to do that. But I hope this was really helpful if you are just now starting on your reselling journey, or if you're running out of brands to pick up that are kind of good bread and butters to, easily flip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.